Bodega Tavern Kitchen, where the food is diviner and the service is not diabolical. If you're looking for a restaurant that's so good it'll make you sell your soul, look no further than Bodega Tavern Kitchen. This culinary haven is a true gem, with a menu that's as unique as a unicorn with a mustache. From celestial ceviche to tacos that will make you dance a jig, Bodega has something to please every palate. And let's not forget the service. It's so top-notch, you'll feel like you're dining with the Pope himself. The servers are attentive without being intrusive, and they're always happy to recommend the perfect dish for your discerning taste buds. Now, about the ambience. It's a feast for the senses, my friends. The interior is cozy and inviting, with exposed brick walls and twinkling lights. And for those who prefer to dine al fresco, there's a charming outdoor patio that's perfect for sipping on cocktails and soaking up the sun. But let's not sugarcoat it, dear readers. The service can be a bit on the slow side at times. But hey, if you're in a hurry, go eat at a drive-thru. At Bodega, you're here to savor the moment and enjoy the culinary delights that await you. In short, Bodega Tavern Kitchen is a restaurant that's worth making a pact with the devil for. The food is exceptional, the service is divine most of the time, and the ambience is simply heavenly. So go forth, my ravenous readers, and experience the gastronomic ecstasy that is Bodega. Just don't forget to bring your appetite and your patience. You noodle lovers, I'm here to tell you about a dining experience that'll make your taste buds jump for joy. Noodles and dumplings in McAllen is like a carnival for your mouth, with flavors dancing on your tongue like acrobats on a wire. First up, their orange chicken. It's like crispy sunshine with a tangy kick. So good, you'll swear the orange chicken fairies themselves came down from the heavens to bless your plate. But hold on tight, folks, because the real showstopper is their xiaolongbao soup dumplings. Imagine tiny, juicy pillows of flavor that explode in your mouth like tiny water balloons. They're like culinary fireworks, especially that yellowish one. It's like a gold medal for dumplings. Now, let's talk about their noodles. They're hand-pulled by a master noodle maker who could probably tie a knot with a single strand. Every bite is like a dance in your mouth, twirling and swirling with the flavors of the soup. Service. It's like a well-oiled machine. Friendly faces greet you, and your food arrives faster than a hiccup. And while the rice might have had a bit of a funk last time, maybe it had a secret dance party and got a little too sweaty, the xiaolongbao are more than enough to make up for it. Just be prepared to wait a little. They're like the Willy Wonka of noodles and dumplings, taking their time to craft each masterpiece. But trust me, it's worth every second. So come on down to Noodles and Dumplings and prepare for a culinary adventure that'll make you laugh, cry for joy, and wonder why you've been eating boring old sandwiches all your life. 8. Listen up, folks. If you're looking for a culinary experience that'll make your taste buds dance the salsa, then you need to hit up McAllen Japanese Peruvian cuisine in McAllen. These guys are like the culinary equivalent of a mariachi band with preconceits. They got the flavors of Peru and Japan bumpin' and grindin' like it's nobody's business. Seriously, their menu reads like an international passport with dishes that sound like they were engineered in a secret culinary laboratory. But don't be intimidated, their flavors are as balanced as a Cirque du Soleil acrobat. Now, let's talk about their service. It's like they hired a team of personal concierge to cater to your every whim. They'll guide you through the menu like a GPS with a sense of humor, and before you know it, you'll be ordering dishes with names like Lomo Saltado and Taradito Nikkei like you're a fluent foodie. Their drinks are like liquid golzamouth, refreshing, and so addictive, you'll be tempted to order a designated driver just to keep them flowing. Now, the food. Oh man, where do I even begin? It's like a symphony of flavors that hits your palate like a Spanish guitar. The ceviche is so fresh, it'll make you feel like you're sitting on a beach in Lima. The steaks are cooked to perfection, so juicy and tender, you'll be begging for a doggy bag to take some home to your dog. Just kidding, don't be weird. And let's not forget the desserts. They got cakes that look like works of art and taste like heaven on a plate. Seriously, The chocotorta is so rich and decadent, it'll make you forget about all your diet resolutions. Now, a few minor gripes. The parking situation is a bit tricky, so be prepared to do some parallel park acrobatics. And the wait times can be a bit long at peak hours, but hey, when the food is this good, it's worth it to sacrifice a few extra minutes of your precious Netflix time. Overall, McAllen Japanese Peruvian cuisine is a culinary gem hidden in the heart of McAllen. Whether you're on a romantic date night, a family outing, or just looking to indulge in some seriously good food, this place will leave you satisfied and craving for more. Just don't blame us when you start speaking Spanish and dancing the salsa after your meal. It's not our fault. It's the magic of McAllen. Rosemary, where the food is elevated, and so are your expectations. Prepare to be wowed by an atmosphere so posh, you'll forget you're in McAllen. It's like the Met Gala of Tex-Mex, but with better tacos. Service. Top-notch. They'll practically anticipate your every whim, even if that whim is to have your napkin folded into a swan. And trust me, you'll want to stay long enough to witness that napkin swan dance. The food. Let's just say it's not your typical Tex-Mex joint. It's like the chef went on a culinary world tour and brought back the best of everything. Gyozas. Check. Sorbet salad. I know, right. And let's not forget the chicken and lobster that'll make you question why you ever settled for fajitas. Portions might be small, but that's just because they're so rich, you'll be full after 2 bites. And for that price, well, let's just say it's worth every imaginary diamond you spent on your meal. Overall, Rosemary is the perfect place to go when you want to feel fancy, impress your date, or just remind yourself that McAllen can do fine dining too. Just be sure to bring your appetite and your imaginary trust fund. Bonhomia, where the atmosphere is fab, but the food needs a wee bit more pep. Listen up, food fiends. Bonhomia in McAllen is a cozy little joint that'll tickle your fancy with its hip vibe. The staff is a bunch of cheerful chaps who'll make you feel like you're at a brunch party with your best pals. Now, let's talk about the food. It's like a pretty girl who's all dressed up but needs a touch more makeup. The omelets are pretty, but they taste like they've been hanging out in a cardboard box. And the banana bread. It's like a teenager who's trying too hard. It's all looks and no substance. But hold your horses there, amigos. There are a few gems hidden in this culinary maze. The black chilaquiles. Holy smokes, they're like a fiesta in my mouth. The sauce is lip-smackingly good, and the eggs are cooked to perfection. And don't even get me started on the desserts. They're like little works of art that'll make you forget all about that disappointing omelette. The pistachio macaroon. It's like a tiny piece of heaven. So, what's the final verdict? Bonhomia is a place where you go for the vibe and the desserts. Just don't expect your taste buds to do any backflips. It's like that friend who's always there for you, even though they can be a bit bland. El Chin Chin, where the food sings and the service dances. El Chin Chin is not your average Mexican restaurant. It's like a Mexican fiesta that erupted in the middle of McAllen. The menu is an epic poem of culinary delights. Each dish is a symphony of flavors that will make your taste buds tango. From the sizzling fajitas to the tantalizing enchiladas, every bite is an adventure. The service at El Chin Chin deserves a standing ovation. The waiters are so attentive, they could predict your next move before you even think it. They'll bring you chips and salsa so fast, you'll swear they're ninjas. The atmosphere at El Chin Chin is electric. The walls are adorned with vibrant murals that will make you feel like you've stepped into a Mexican art museum. And the music. Oh, the music. It's like a live mariachi band, but with a modern twist. Now, let's talk about the portions. At El Chin Chin, they don't believe in skimping. Their plates are so massive, you'll need a dustbin to clean your table afterward. But hey, who needs a diet when you're having this much fun? Some say the margaritas at El Chin Chin are so potent, they make the cactus bloom. But don't let that scare you. These margaritas are the perfect accompaniment to your Mexican feast. So, If you're looking for a dining experience that's spicy, colorful, and unforgettable, then El Chin Chin is your destination. Just be prepared to leave with a full belly and a smile that will light up the room. El Botanero, where the food's amazing, the service divine, and the atmosphere would make a drag queen green with envy. Let me tell you about El Botanero, folks. It's like a fiesta for your taste buds, with a side of sauce. The birria tacos. Oh, mama. They're so juicy, you'll swear they're doing the samba in your mouth. And the service. It's like having your own personal butler, only without the stuffy uniform. They're attentive, friendly, and have a roulette game where you can win free stuff. Talk about living La Vida Loca. Now, let's chat about the atmosphere. It's like stepping into a telenovela, but with better lighting. The trendy vibes are so strong, you'll feel like you're in Miami without the need for a passport. As for the drinks, they're like liquid gold, especially the flavored mezcalitas. One sip and you'll be dancing on the tables before you can say arriba. Now, a culinary confession, the dinner. While the chorizo was a cheesy masterpiece, the aguachal had a case of lime envy. It was like taking a bite out of a sour lemon. But hey, they're new, so we'll give them a pass. In summary, El Botanero is a fiesta of flavors, laughter, and a touch of the unexpected. Prepare for a night of pure indulgence, where your taste buds will thank you and your inner diva will shine. Just remember to bring your sunblock, because the atmosphere is that hot. Chaco's Mexican Buffet, where the flies dance with the cheese. Upon entering this culinary wonderland, I was greeted by a symphony of Christian hymns and the sight of an employee wielding an electric fly swatter, chasing the pesky insects around the buffet like a Mexican matador. It was like a holy war against the flies, with the swatter as the sword of justice. The food. Let's just say it was a roller coaster of temperatures. The cod was as cold as a polar bear's nose, while the steak was lukewarm, like a politician's promises. The charro beans, my friends, had an aftertaste that made my tongue do a Mexican hat dance. But amidst the culinary chaos, there was a shining beacon of hope, the cheese enchiladas. They were brought out steaming hot, but alas, I could only manage 2 1/4. The cheese was so heavy, it felt like I was eating a brick of Monterey Jack with a side of guilt. As I battled my way through the buffet, I couldn't help but notice the employee with the unfortunate shirt that read "Made in Hell." I mean, really, who thought that was a good idea? It's like having a priest serve wine in a bar named Lucifer's Lounge. Despite the fly-infested buffet, the cold cod, and the infernal employee, I have to admit that Chaco's has its charms. The Christian music was surprisingly soothing, and the employee with the Made in Hell shirt provided endless entertainment. So, if you're looking for a restaurant that will put a smile on your face and a belly full of questionable Mexican, then Chaco's is the place for you. Just be sure to bring your own fly water and ask for a refund if your food is colder than an iceberg. Kim's Kitchen, where the food is out of this world, literally. My dears, if you're looking for a dining experience that will leave you feeling like a cosmic traveler, look no further than the celestial haven known as Kim's Kitchen. Upon entering, you'll be greeted by a chorus of clinking glasses and the tantalizing aroma of Korean barbecue. The atmosphere is so starry-eyed, I half expected to see aliens ordering kimchi fried rice. The menu is a celestial symphony of flavors, with dishes that will send your taste buds on a cosmic adventure. The bulgogi is otherworldly, with a savory marinade that's so heavenly, it's like the Milky Way has been poured over your plate. And let's not forget the bibimbap, a galactic masterpiece that's sure to leave you feeling like a supernova. The service at Kim's is just as astronomical. The staff is so attentive, they'll make you feel like you're royalty on a culinary throne. They'll even check in on you after your meal to make sure your dining experience was out of this world. So next time you're craving a celestial feast, do yourself a cosmic favor and visit Kim's Kitchen. Just be prepared for the possibility of encountering extraterrestrial beings who have also come to savor the interstellar delights. Sidebar: a culinary adventure like no other, ladies and gentlemen. Please fasten your seatbelts as we embark on a culinary voyage to Sidebar, a restaurant so unique that'll leave you craving more than just a second helping. Upon entering, you will be greeted by an ambience straight out of a Korean church fellowship hall. Expect folding chairs, rice stacks in the dining room, and K-pop posters adorning the walls like abstract art. It's like walking into a Korean karaoke party that serves food. The service, let's just say it's quirky. The staff may not speak the best English, but their gestures are comedy gold. Imagine a man, possibly the owner, stirring your soup with his own spoon and then tasting it as if it were a fine wine. It's fine, he'll declare, as if he's a food critic from a bygone era. Just roll with it, folks. It's all part of the experience. Now, let's talk about the food. Sidebar serves up some of the most authentic Korean dishes this side of Seoul. The yeojongmyeon, a back bean noodle dish, is so delicious, it'll make you question why you've ever eaten spaghetti. The pork belly is like a culinary dance party in your mouth, and the tteokbokki is so chewy, you'll feel like you're eating something made from the finest rubber bands. But wait, there's more. The banchan side dishes are a veritable feast unto themselves. You'll get a variety of kimchi, cucumbers, and zucchini that'll make you forget your childhood veggies. Just be prepared to fight the other patrons over the kimchi. It's like a battle royale in a culinary arena. To top it all off, as you're leaving, one of the sweet ladies will hold the door open for you and hand you a little treat. It's like being sent off to school with a packed lunch by your Korean grandmother. So, if you're looking for a restaurant that's equal parts delicious, quirky, and unforgettable, head to Sidebar. Just don't be surprised when the owner samples your soup. Hey, at least he's taste testing it for you. Buckle up, folks. Prepare for a whirlwind tour of the culinary delights and theatrical drama that is McAllen Korean restaurant in McAllen. First off, the ambience. Picture yourself in a Korean telenovela, but instead of a passionate affair, you're being serenaded by live music and intimate lighting. It's like a K-drama soundtrack come to life, and it's magical, y'all. Now, let's talk about the food. The paella is as big as your head and chock full of seafood. It's so authentic, your Spanish bull would approve. And the chocolate cake. The chef must have made a pact with the sugar fairy because it's decadently delicious. But hold your horses, because the real star of the show is the holy smoke cocktail. It's like an old-fashioned, but with an added layer of smoky intrigue. It'll leave you feeling like a secret agent sipping on a martini while solving international mysteries. Okay, now for the drama. One time, a full-blown wedding party crashed the patio and set up shop right next to your table. Talk about a surprise wedding crasher. But hey, it added a touch of Bollywood flair to the evening. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. One of our fellow reviewers had a not-so-stellar experience. But fear not. McAllen is like that cool friend who always has your back. They'll make it up to you with homemade potato chips and a tasting challenge that will leave your taste buds dancing the kimchi cha-cha. So, if you're looking for a night of culinary adventure, theatrical drama, and sugary bliss, McAllen is your go-to. Just be prepared for a possible wedding crash, because in the world of Korean telenovelas, anything can happen.